All right. A request their consent information or audio record. So, do I have your permission to record this interview today?
Yes, you have my permission.
All right. Today I'll be asking you a couple questions about how you maintain and understand your relationships.
Oh boy.
So, just think about one relationship of value that they have, that you have in your life, uh, and tell me who this person is. Like one relation you have value of, you find
Okay.
value in.
Um, hmm. Relationship like relationship of value? Uh, I'm gonna say uh my mom. My mom.
Your
Yeah.
mom? Your mom?
Yeah.
Um, all right, yeah. So I'll just ask you a couple of questions and try to answer them as best as you can. So, can you tell me a time this relationship felt meaningful or purposeful for you, to you?
Um, I think at one point, um, I was kinda or at one point I was going back to the Philippines with my family.
Hmm.
And like when we were planning for this, what happened was my grandma passed, and this was like
Hmm.
a week before we uh left. And so because it was my grandma on my mom's side, and my mom's really close to her.
Hmm.
And so like kinda going back to the Philippines and stuff, I kind of felt like during this time, like my relationship with her kind of felt more meaningful and more like purposeful because like I remember like the last thing uh my grandma wanted me to do, or like the last thing she said to me in person when I was there, was like to watch over my mom. And so,
Hmm.
like, kind of during the time I was in the Philippines with my family, I always got up early and stuff because, like, I know my mom would get up early, and I would just like, I'll kind of try and be as helpful as I can to her and I guess to our relatives, just because I know that she's going through a loss and stuff, even though this is supposed to be a time of vacation.
Hmm.
So I guess that's a time in which like I kind of like had some sort of purpose in terms of like my relationship with my mother.
Hmm. Okay. What do you think this relationship adds to your life?
Well, like I mean, she's my mom. Uh, I would say it adds a lot because, like, I guess she's definitely someone I like. I love having like complex conversations with, and like
Hmm.
someone who's very who loves talking about drama and stuff. Versus my dad and all that. So like her and my dad are kind of two different people that kind of like balance how things are in my life, and like uh, I guess like part of her personality, or like her personality is kind of like half of who I am, and like
Hmm.
some things I do kind of uh are things that I think to myself, oh my gosh, that's what she would do too. And
Hmm.
so um my relationship with my mother definitely kind of contributes a lot towards how I act towards other people and how I act towards myself.
Hmm. Okay, and has this relationship helped you find any meaning, direction in any way?
um I guess, yeah, it's definitely helped me find direction because uh sometimes my mom would ask, like, before I got to college, and or yeah, before I got into college and stuff,
Mhm.
my mom would ask me like what I would want to be and stuff. And like at first I wanted to be like, I guess one of the first things I wanted to be was a teacher. And she would
Mhm.
follow through with like more questions, like, okay, but you know how much teachers make and all that, and da 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 da. And she knows I want to help people in the world. So she kind of like asked these questions to kind of help me redirect myself, or like figure out more about what I want, but also kind
Mm.
of like try and like get this in my head that I do need something that makes money, something that's stable and can help me like survive in this world and all that.
Mm.
So uh yeah, it's definitely my relationship with her has definitely uh helped me find a direction to go in my life.
Mm. Okay. And when things are difficult between you, what helps you make sense of it? When
Mm.
things are difficult between you, what helps you make sense of it?
Is that question like
Uh,
I'm assuming that means, like, between me and my mom, right?
yeah, I guess so.
Let's just alright, let's yeah, alright, yeah, we'll go with that. When things are difficult between us, I kinda I kinda, uh I would ask other people kinda in our family, just like, "Hey, like, is something going on with our mom?" But usually, like, if something's happening with our parents or, like, our family in general, we'll know, like,
Mhm,
word will spread and all that. And if it's something that, like, I feel is just between me and my mom, I do ask her because like, I'm the kind of person I don't really like, uh I don't really like trying to, like, uh gossip around kinda when it
mhm,
comes to my family. I usually try to, like, confront, problems and issues, like, straight up, especially if it's, like, between me and the person. I definitely don't want
mm,
there to be, like, bad blood. So,
mm.
any, whatchamacallit? Yeah, any bad stuff or issues or whatever, like, uh, I just ask my mom. I'll just ask her what's wrong, and if, like, there's something going on or there's something wrong with her day, and yeah, that kinda helps ease things.
So communication.
Yes, communication.
What
Big
happens
thing.
if you're unable to communicate? Like, how do you process it by yourself?
By
Make sense
myself?
of it? Yeah.
I mean, I usually try and take time out of my day to process things that happen or to reorganize my thoughts.
Mhm,
So if I can't communicate with her, and yeah, if I can't communicate with her, then like best case scenario is I just what like I'm showering or like I'm chilling in bed or like I'm working on something, and if I'm taking a little break, then like I'll just think to myself like, hey, what's been going on? Is there something I missed? Da da da. Um, is there something I did wrong that I didn't think I did wrong? So I just kinda, like,
mm,
go over what I did or what I probably, could have done, and I just
mhm,
kinda, like, play that in my mind and just see, like, "Hey, could that be why there's some sort of issue maybe?"
mm,
So,
mm.
yeah.
And, what do you feel you give to this relationship?
Um, I make my mom happy. I feel like in my earlier years or, like, when I was, like, a kid and all that, like, it was kinda more so my mom trying to make me happy because I was actually a lot, like, grumpier, or, like,
Mhm,
I was a lot more, like, angry and all that. But, like, now I'm more mellow and stuff, and, like, I always try to find myself, like I try to, like, make my mom laugh more and just I try to bring joy to her and all that. But I also, like
mm,
I do wanna succeed in life so that way she feels like she doesn't need to be there for me all the time.
mhm.
So yeah.
And what do you receive? Like, could you be more in depth about that one?
What do I receive?
Yeah,
Um,
from the mother-son relationship. How do
and
you
you want me to
feel?
be more in depth?
Uh, just explain your part.
Okay. Um, I guess, uh, I receive a lot of I guess there's 2 sides to this. One side
Yeah.
is obviously, like, uh, my mom is, uh she's really caring and stuff, and so, like, she
Mhm,
definitely helps me out a lot. Uh, uh, in a I mean, she's a mom, right? She's like
yeah.
moms are supposed to, like, help you and support you and stuff, same as dads, I guess. But my mom does her, motherly duties and stuff. Uh, so there's that side to it.
Mm,
And I guess there's the other side that's, like, a little more personal and, like, what I receive from, like, relationships. Sometimes I receive, like, pressure, cause like, the
mm,
thing is my mom she's very smart, she has photographic memory, she's accomplished plenty, um, she's very, she's a very good person, she's a very helpful, person, she's helped a lot of people, she's actually saved a lot she's saved a good amount of people,
mm,
uh, and so, like, because of all that, I do kind of feel this sort of, like, pressure to
mhm,
try and, like, meet that same standards, but
mm,
also alongside that, it's just like, I kinda like, I feel like out of everyone else in our family, I feel like I relate to her the most,
mhm,
in terms of, like, experiences and stuff, and so, like, sometimes, like, I feel like, uh, when she does things for me and stuff, it's kind of a way to, like, uh it's like a way to connect with me through the experience,
mm,
and so, like, I kinda shoot, where am I going with this? Um,
I guess we could move on to the next question. Since you mentioned things like pressure and things like that. So do you ever feel like the relationship is unbalanced in effort or like energy?
oh yeah, all the time, all the time. Uh, I always feel like my mom's put in more effort and energy, uh, into being there for me than I have for her. And
Mm,
part of that is definitely because, she's a parent and stuff, and it's not like it is a parent's
yeah,
duty to be there for their child no matter what.
yeah,
But part of it is also like, uh, at the very base level, she's a human too, and I'm a human too. I should be
mm,
there for her more. And sometimes I feel like I'm not. So yeah, I do
mm,
feel like there's our relationship is kind of unbalanced, and I feel like she she's there for me more than I am for her. So yeah.
mm. Changing topics, how do you and the other person, your mom, maintain fairness or appreciation for one another in y'all's relationship?
Well, fairness or appreciation.
Yeah. How do you
Um,
appreciate your relationship? How do you
I
guys
remember.
appreciate it and maintain fairness?
Okay. When I was when I was a kid, I was very disrespectful towards her, and like I was very ungrateful, and a
Hmm.
lot of that plays into like how I act towards her now. Now I'm like, uh, she basically does a lot of the cooking and stuff for our family, but sometimes she'll want me to just like do it for her just because she's tired or
Hmm.
she's trying to do something else, and so I don't question it. I just get to it. I do cooking, or like I help with baking and stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, it's just like, uh, if she does need help at all, uh, I'm kind of there to help and stuff. I make time to help her out.
Hmm.
So that's how I huh?
And your mom does the same?
Um,
Does she cook for you or
well, yeah,
any acts
yeah.
like that?
I
Mm,
mean, yeah, I feel like the effort she's already put in as a parent is kind of like that's enough. I feel like
mhm.
she's done plenty for me, and to keep things fair, I want to do more for her, and that's just how it is, and that's what I'm doing
What
or
what
trying to do.
about what about when say you're at college and you're away from home? How do you maintain this relationship?
Oh, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, freshman year, like I would check
Hmm.
in with her and the rest of my family and stuff just every now and then.
Hmm.
Um, and I would just like, yeah, I would just like ask how she's doing and stuff, and like how things are with my brothers and my dad and all that, and how she
Hmm.
is. Um, yeah, just check-ins, I guess. If I'm not like physically there
Hmm.
to help her out, then I'll try to be there emotionally and mentally just so she knows that like, hey, I do still like love her as her son and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So moving on to the last question. What makes you feel valued or supported in this relationship the most?
What makes me feel valued or supported the most in this relationship?
Or mention
Or
like a time or
a time.
just in general. You could go either direction.
Okay. Um, I guess, mm, I remember, uh, I guess, I mean, as a kid, I went through this like heartbreak because like
Mhm.
I had a crush on this girl, and like
Yeah.
heck, it was like it's kind of one-sided, but, like, at the same time, I was
Yeah.
stupid, and even though I was being stupid, I still, like, cried over her and stuff, and when I
Mhm.
was crying over this girl and all that, just because I was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna see her again," my mom was there, she was hugging me, she was supporting me. She's smart
Mhm.
enough, and I think if I was older, she would probably, like, call me out and, like, say, like, "Hey, this is kinda stupid," but at the time, obviously, I was a kid, and I felt very supported there, even though it was stupid, but, like, my mom was still there for me, and she was still loving me despite kinda like, stupid the situation was on my end. Um, no, yeah, that's one of the times I felt really supported, uh, by her, just because like,
Nice.
presence is everything. Being present is
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Well, Thank you for your time for answering these questions.
Mhm.
It was it was a good interview, and I appreciate your mind for being able to being able to process these questions and go through them with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you feel like this interview maybe helped you process your relationship a little more with your mother?
Yeah, I mean, I actually do this stuff every now and then too, where I just talk to myself about like, "Oh, hey, da da da." But saying it out loud to someone does kinda help me, uh, organize myself better. So, yeah, I'd say
Mm.
this interview helped. Yeah.
Hey, that's nice. All right, but that'll be it. Thanks for allowing me to interview you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, let me stop.